sweet, aromatic, and irresistibly tempting. Doughnuts are loved all over the world. But behind the crispy glaze and soft dough lies true engineering precision and a finely tuned production process. Every day, large factories produce tens of thousands of doughnuts, perfectly round, evenly fried, with various fillings and toppings. But how does it all happen? Today we're stepping inside a real doughnut factory, from flour to final packaging. It all starts with choosing the base, the dough. Factories typically use three main types: yeast-raised or airy, cake style, biscuit style, short crust, similar to scones. Yeast doughnuts rise through fermentation and have a soft, fluffy texture. Cake style are denser but crumbly, thanks to baking powder. Biscuit doughnuts are firmer and ideal for keeping shape during frying. The choice of dough determines not just flavor, but the entire production method. Flour, sugar, and salt are poured into massive mixers. Warm water, milk, eggs, yeast or baking powder, and butter are added. The dough is kneaded by machines with the power of dozens of horsepower. For 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the recipe. The result is a soft, elastic, and smooth dough. It shouldn't stick, but it mustn't be too dry either. Once ready, the dough moves either to fermentation or directly to shaping, depending on the type. If yeast dough is used, it goes into a warm chamber for 30 to 45 minutes. At around 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit, the yeast becomes active, producing carbon dioxide. The dough rises, fills with air bubbles, and becomes light and porous. Humidity and temperature must be perfectly controlled. A single error can ruin an entire batch. After rising, the dough is ready to be shaped. The dough is fed automatically onto the shaping line, where it's cut and formed into rings or balls. This is done by press machines and cutters, working with millimeter precision. For classic ring doughnuts, a special cutter is used. For filled doughnuts, the dough is shaped into balls that will later be injected with filling. The line can produce up to 5,000 doughnuts per hour. Each is neatly placed on a conveyor and sent to the fryer. The doughnuts are lowered into large vats of hot oil. The temperature, about 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit. Each doughnut is fried on both sides, usually 45 to 60 seconds per side. During frying, the dough expands, forming a thin golden crust while staying soft and airy inside. A special mechanism flips each doughnut automatically, ensuring even cooking. After frying, the doughnuts are lifted onto a mesh platform to let excess oil drain off. Then they move along a conveyor lined with absorbent paper or pass through a hot air drying system. Removing excess oil is essential. Too much fat can make the doughnuts heavy and ruin the glaze. Filled doughnuts go to a dedicated injection line. The doughnuts are delivered to special nozzles. A robot pierces each one and injects a precise amount of filling, usually between 5 and 20 milliliters. Fillings can include strawberry jam, custard cream, chocolate spread, or vanilla mousse. Each doughnut is weighed. If it's outside the expected range, it's rejected. Now comes the most beautiful part: glazing. Doughnuts roll along a conveyor beneath a curtain of liquid glaze. This could be sugar, chocolate, or strawberry, all brought to the perfect consistency. Sometimes doughnuts are fully dipped into a glaze bath. Then come the toppings: crushed nuts, colorful sprinkles, shredded coconut, or chocolate bits. They travel along a cooling belt where the glaze hardens, creating a glossy finish. Before packaging, every doughnut goes through visual inspection. Cameras monitor shape, glaze coverage, and symmetry. Operators visually inspect random samples to check appearance, filling quality, and decoration. Any defective batches are sent for recycling or disposal. Only perfect donuts move on. After quality control, the donuts head to the packaging line. For plain donuts, without glaze or filling, simple trays or boxes are used. For decorated ones, individual compartments are used to protect the toppings. Machines place each donut into the packaging with surgical precision. Packaging can be cardboard or clear plastic. Then a protective film is applied and heat sealed. Everything is airtight, hygienic, and safe. Every package is labeled with key information: ingredients and nutritional values, date and time of production, expiration date, barcode, batch number. This allows the product to be tracked at every stage of logistics. If something goes wrong, the affected batch can be located and recalled immediately. Packed donut boxes are sent to the automated warehouse zone. Robotic systems sort the boxes by delivery route, load them onto pallets, and wrap them securely. Then they're sent either to a freezer or a chilled storage room, depending on the product type. The entire logistics chain is managed digitally. Each pallet has a unique code and can be tracked to its final destination. To maintain freshness, temperature control is critical. Cream-filled donuts are stored in refrigerators at +4 degrees Celsius. Frozen semi-finished donuts at -18 degrees Celsius. Regular glazed donuts can be kept at room temperature for 3 to 5 days max. Everything at the factory is monitored in real time: temperature, humidity, storage time. Automation alerts operators immediately if anything is out of spec. From the factory warehouse, donuts are shipped to supermarkets, bakeries, cafes, and food courts. Refrigerated trucks maintain the correct temperature, while GPS tracking allows for full visibility of every delivery. Some donuts arrive frozen and are freshly baked at the store, giving customers the taste and texture of just-made pastries. The factory operates a multi-level quality control system. Specialists perform hourly spot checks, weighing, cutting, tasting donuts. Microbiological tests, filling consistency, dough density, and glaze quality are all regularly examined. If even one parameter is off, the batch is blocked. The factory follows international standards: HACCP, ISO, IFS, and more. This guarantees product safety for every consumer. Modern production facilities aim to be not only efficient, but environmentally conscious. Leftover dough and oil are recycled. Packaging materials are increasingly biodegradable or recyclable. Filtration systems clean air and water, and excess heat from machines is used to warm facilities. Even leftover glaze is reused under strict hygiene regulations. Despite a high level of automation, people are essential. They configure machines, monitor operations, control recipes, and ensure quality and taste. Every donut factory employs dozens of specialists: bakers, food technologists, engineers, logistics teams, and quality inspectors. Each one contributes to ensuring you get a perfect donut. A modern factory can produce hundreds of variations: classic glazed, filled with creams or jams, mini donuts and donut holes, gluten-free and vegan options, topped with sprinkles. Fruit, cookies, caramel recipes are quickly adapted to trends and market demand, all overseen by food technologists and marketers. Now you know the journey a donut takes, from flour to final packaging. So many people, technologies, and decisions go into creating this sweet-filled circle of joy. Next time you enjoy a donut, remember the effort it took to bring it to your table: fresh, soft, and perfect. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Coming up, more behind-the-scenes footage. From the world's biggest factories, from food to tech, we'll show you how it's all made.